Alright guys, welcome back to my prison bus conversion series. Somebody was nice enough to send me a pressure washer to check out, and I took it out and hit the bus with it, and had some fun and cleaned up the bus pretty well, I think. It's not like a really awesome hot water pressure washer. It's just a straight up, attach to your garden hose and plug in kind of thing. But it did a good job on the pressure washer with some elbow grease. So what I did using this one is, kind of sprayed the bus down, then I would scrub it and wipe it, and then hit it with the pressure washer. I guess I probably could have used a hose for this, and it would have been pretty similar since I was scrubbing and wiping. But the bus has just been so dirty. I told myself that I wasn't going to wash it till I was ready to paint it. But at this point, it's just been kind of gross to look at. So I decided it was worth it to go ahead and wash it, and I'm glad that I did. I'm still thinking about a paint scheme for this bus. And if you've got any ideas, let me know. Maybe leave a comment or send me a message on social media. I want to go with a light color, maybe like a light gray. But I want to have some flair to the bus, like some artwork or some extra details or whatever, and I kind of like the Bluebird logo and everything. So anyway, I'm thinking about how to paint the bus. I'm not sure what to do with it yet, but it's on my mind. Anyway, so washing the bus, I started with the sides and then worked upwards, which is kind of backwards. That meant that the dirt up above kind of rinsed down below. But anyway, it all washed out in the end, and it was just really, I guess the word is really satisfying. The bus is just nasty. I don't know if it was ever washed. So scrubbing it was satisfying, but then this rinsing with the pressure washer was just so sweet. You'll see here, like, if this doesn't satisfy you, I don't know, man, because it's just so sweet to see that dirt come off this bus. And actually, I have to say, after I washed it, I even started wondering if I need to paint it, because it's not so bad. It's kind of like a light yellow. It's not a school bus yellow. It's prison bus was running some kind of like light yellow. So anyway, it's looking better now that it's cleaner. It's not perfectly clean, but it's a lot better. Also, I was glad to note that the window seals held. With all that washing and everything, I didn't get water infiltration inside or anything like that. So the bus is pretty watertight, and that's pretty awesome. Alright, so with the bus kind of washed up and looking a little bit better, I went ahead and made a short list of some odd jobs and decided to tackle those. I find that if you leave too many odd jobs undone, it kind of just crowds out the workspace. So I had a few things to finish up. One is just putting up some more paneling, and I've actually shown my method for this in previous videos, so I won't dwell on it too much. But I'm using some thin 1/4 inch birch, which is the same paneling that I use for the floors. If you've seen my strip plywood flooring video, same stuff. And I just snapped a chalk line here, cut my panel, sanded it, and then brought it into the bus. Oh, I should say, before I brought it into the bus, I snapped a picture, posted it to Instagram, and then I brought the panel into the bus. And I've got receptacles, power outlets, every 4 to 6 feet along the side of the bus, maybe 6 to 8 feet. So each panel takes a cut to make that receptacle fit. And I just really like this method. I've shown it before. I grease up the receptacle with a grease pencil, like a Sharpie grease marking pencil, push the panel up against the greased up receptacle, and then you've got a nice mark exactly zeroed in where you're going to cut the hole for your receptacle. And I just really like that method. You know, you don't have to use a grease pencil. You could use like anything, chocolate pudding or lipstick or whatever, just anything that's going to mark your drywall or wood paneling for that cut. And you can see here, it just, you know, ends up dialed in, like you get the hole exactly where you want it. All right, so with the paneling kind of coming along, and I still need to actually buy one more piece of paneling to finish that job. But anyway, with the paneling coming along, I wanted to fill some of these voids in the bus with some insulation, sound insulation. I created some kind of like boxes around the bus, and a few little pieces of dead spaces that are going to be noisy on the road. And a few people have been nice enough to point that out in previous videos. So I found some soundproofing insulation on the side of the road in my neighborhood. It was dry and in good shape. Brought it home and started cutting it to fill some of these voids. So at the bottom of this box bench seat in the kitchen, I filled that in with some of this rock wool insulation. At least I thought it was rock wool insulation. The stuff started to itch on me, and I've used insulation a lot in the past. Fiberglass, I always wear, you know, like long sleeves and gloves. But I thought this stuff was rock wool. And by rock wool, you know, like wool, like from sheep. So I thought it was totally inert. So I was using it, you know, bare hands and everything, and it started to itch. And it turns out it was Roxol, not rock wool. So anyway, I got the, you know, it's good stuff, but I should have been using hand protection. Anyway, I think I'll live. I did get all these voids filled in, which is the important thing. And I think it's not going to be like a temperature thing. It's not the kind of thing that's going to keep the bus warmer. It's just going to not make as much noise when it's going down the road. All right, so that's it for this episode of my prison bus conversion. Thanks for checking it out, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see how the bus moves along in future videos. I also post images to Instagram and have a small blog on Patreon.